Get Ready with me, Louise. I am so excited today. We're going to continue on with Too Faced and all their Christmas that they released. So far, I've done the Merry Mary palette, Merry Mary makeup palette, which is cute. I'm not about to open it. Downfall, it's my own fault. I said I wish they came out with a fragrance. No, I don't. Not this fragrance. It smells like pine, and every time now, I've opened it several times, y'all, it gives me a headache. What I'm going to do is open it up and let it air out somewhere away from me, because the last 3 days, y'all, 3 days, migraine from the scent of this. And I believe it's the scent of pine that's doing it to me, and not just this particular thing, but like candles. I've been burning candles, and usually it's pumpkin spice, apple cinnamon, something along those lines, but there's been a few that's had like a pine scent to them. I just can't do it. So do I like this? Absolutely. I think the blush is stunning in this. I like the highlighter, I like the bronzer, I like the shadows even. I really do like this palette, but it gives me a headache. I'm just letting you know in case you get it yourselves. The scent is strong for this, and it surprises me considering none of their other stuff, it's all scented, but you can't smell it. I promise. Like, it is so lightly scented, you can barely smell it. The popcorn balls, I said that right this time. Go me. Was cute. That's all I can really say about it. I will probably be keeping this one, actually. I will say that too. The other one I'll keep too if the scent would go away to it. If it doesn't, I'm getting rid of it, just so you know. But the popcorn balls I'm keeping. And these three I think I will eventually give away also. Now, these are the Snow Globe collection. It came in a set of 3. And this is probably my favorite that they do, because each one of them on the back, it has to and from. So each one can be an individual gift. It could be a set of a gift, whatever you want to do. I like it as a gift because I have my 2 granddaughters and my niece. Wham bam, thank you ma'am, under 20 bucks. Granted, my granddaughters get more, but you get my point to it. You know what I mean? For their stockings, it fits perfectly in there. They think it's great, and it's decent quality makeup they're getting also. It's not just like, you know, cheap stuff they're playing with. And they get to experiment and play and express themselves, and it's great. Now today, I'm going to do each individual one so you can see, because, you know, maybe you like one of them and you want to keep one, but you want to pass the other 2 along, you know. Today we are going to be playing with the Angel one. So it looks like this, and again on the back it's got the to and the from. Cute. It looks like a snow globe in shape, and you open it up. There's not a mirror, but then again, price point wise, it's under 20 bucks. It's $18 a piece if you do it like that. And then here's the colors in this one, and then it's got a highlighter at the bottom, which I am wearing today. The other thing that I used today, hold on. Yes, I pulled for this one. This is the gingerbread, and it's got the blush, and it's right here. So it's pink macaroon is what I've got on my cheeks. So I have that for the blush, and then the highlighter that's in this palette. I was gonna do the big palette, but the scent of that is just, I don't want another migraine, y'all. I just don't, and you know, just can't do it. So today we're going to be playing with the Angel one. So the first thing I did was I primed my eyes with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. Then I went into Snow Angel, which is right here. Picked a little bit of it up and just dusted it to set everything down. This is an all-in-one palette for me, and it's cute. So the first shade we're going to go into is Cozy Up, which is this one right here. I will say that with this palette, there's 3 mattes. The one I just applied to set everything, which is pretty much skin toned. You have this one, which is more of a taupey purple shade, contour shade type shade, I guess is what you could use it for. It's more on the purple taupe side than the like a contour, like a gray taupe side, but it works the same for selection of color, because I'm more a shimmery type of person, metallic type of person, I enjoy there's more metallics in this than mattes. So there's 3 mattes, like I said, and then there's 2, 4, 5 metallic shades plus your highlighter in here. So I do like it. And the highlighter I actually use for my inner corner. And this particular palette, though it's not necessarily my color story for every day, it definitely could be. You know, I could definitely wear, like, basically what you're going to do, or what I would do with this palette. We're going to go into Unwrap right now, which is the darkest shade. And put it on the outer portion here and bring it in. Like, this is going to be the base of your look right here every time, pretty much, which is fine for me for every day. Like, this is perfect for me for every day, to be honest. Browns, you know, you can't really go wrong with it. And but the metallic shades is where you can have fun, and that's where I feel like my kids can have fun too. Like, it's a basic starting off point, but then they can express themselves through their lid shade. Unless you're like my oldest granddaughter, who, Lord help us, when it comes to makeup, she expresses in very dark colors, bright colors all over her face. She's learning. She's getting better. So what more could I ask for, right? We're going to take Cozy up and run it under the lower lash line. That's that first shade we went into. And again, this palette here, well, really all of them, to be honest and fair, they're going to be quick looks. That you're going to be able to create a look in no time at all. But it will look done and put together, and it'll be nice. It's nice. It's not out of this world. It's nothing extraordinary, but it is nice. Not at the same, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to say it's horrible quality. It's not. And for some things, you get what you pay for. You really do. And in other ways, you don't get what you pay for, you know? I can't really tell you, you know, that things are... I understand why certain things are priced the way they are and others aren't, you know? But then sometimes I can. It's just each individual person who has to justify the price point, you know? And in today's world, makeup is not a necessity. Like food, shelter, water. But it kind of is a necessity in the fact of my mental health. Because I need my makeup for my mental health, you all. I really do. We're going to go back into the Unwrap shade, and I'm going to run that right up on the lower lash line. And again, you know, all this stuff, I don't foresee it selling out by no means. So if you can wait for a discount, I would highly suggest that. Whether it be, you know, Sephora's 20% off if you're Rogue, or wait even longer, and I'm sure it'll go 30%, to where even longer it'd be 50%. But regardless, I do think that I'm okay so far with the price points at full price. So to get a discount and get the stuff, it's even better. I highly even suggested that. And so far, so good. I don't think there's one in particular palette, what is it called? Pop the Cork? Is that the name of that one? That one's the only one I'm not so sure is going to be worth the money for me personally, but for you it might be. But so far, the popcorn balls I'm okay with. The bigger palette, the Mary Mary makeup, I'm okay with. The snow globes so far, I'm okay with. So fingers crossed it continues that way. But Oh, and the 3 lip glosses. That's number one. That's the first thing I'd be buying if I was. I'll always buy these. Those hangover lip balms. Today I'm wearing this one, the spice cider. I lined my lips with the Kylie Jenner coconut lip liner, and then I put, that's old by the way, but it's pretty. It still works. And then I put this on top of it. So I think it looks really nice. And it worked. So now we're going to go into Winter Blues, which is this blue shade right here. I did get a little bit of fallout. My fault, of course, because I don't spray the brushes. But we're going to put that on about 3/4 of the lid. We're going to go in and put it all the way over to the end. And again, I did get a little bit of fallout on the other side. I'm going to try to go a little bit easier this time, applying it so that I don't get the fallout, but I very well could still get fallout. And you do have to build it up if you're applying it this way because, well, it's kind of hard pressed, to be honest, in the pan. But it's still a very pretty color. It's not as pigmented as you would think it would be. It's very sheer in color, to be honest, but it's still very pretty. It's not too scary of a shade. Like in the pan, I really thought it was going to come off like as blue as the shirt. And I was kind of like very easy, you know. But once I realized, no, that's not necessarily the way it's going to be, then I was more comfortable applying it. Probably a little too comfortable. Why I got fallout on the other side. Although it brushed away just nicely, so no problem there. I think, yeah, I do. Okay, we need to darken up this outer corner some more. I'm going to go back into Unwrapped. I probably should have did this before, but oh well. I thought I got it dark, but I don't think I did. Cozy up again, that first shade. Just to make sure. I mean, sorry. To be honest, it all kind of blends nicely together anyway, but and you can see that it's not very pigmented. Here's the color. So it's a little lighter than my shirt, really. But on the eye, it's definitely not as dark as it is in the pan. But if you spray it, it very well could. So, you know. Now we're going to go into Twinkle, which is this purplish blue shade. And I'm going to put that in the inner portion here. And pull it in. And I think this would have looked really pretty as an inner corner too. But I put the highlighter I'm wearing for the inner corner just to see. But you can go, like, here's where your color can come in. You can put the blue on your lid, play with color. There's a red, play with color. Or there's a champagne. There's all different shades. There's like a champagne, a more taupey, purpley shade right here. So you definitely have option of like a neutral. Like I think these three would be beautiful at the same time. Or you can play with the colors, if you going out or something, you want to play with some color. You definitely could do that. So you have options, basically, is what I'm saying. And if I was going to keep one, I don't know if it'd be this one though. Because I personally like the ones with the blush. I think the blush are so pretty. They lay on the skin so beautifully out of all these palettes so far. I mean, the highlighter does too. It does. And do I have enough blush? Absolutely. I do. I've lost my mind, to be honest. Now we're going to go into Candlelight. And I'm just going to pop that in the inner corner. I used Tarte Fake Awake for my eyeliner for the waterline. But see, it does just enough. I mean, I just think it is a very overall pretty look. Can you create this? Yes. You can create this 10 times over. I'm not going to pretend like you can't. You can create this probably using Too Faced palettes that you already own, technically. But at the same time, I'm not necessarily saying that that's what these are for. I do believe that these are more for people who you have to gift to. I'm going to use the Gucci mascara for the top lashes. I mean, can't you keep them? Sure. But I know me, and because I have the makeup collection I don't need these. And it's better that they go to homes that, people will use them. And like, I really enjoyed the bigger palette, to be fair. And if that scent goes away, I will be keeping it. Like I said, and I will use that. Because it is bigger palette. Don't get me wrong, it is a bigger palette. But it's flat and it stores easy. It opens nicely. So no, it's got that packaging I don't like, actually. Shoot. I thought it just flipped down, but it doesn't. All these packagings, I don't understand why they made it like they did. Just have it flip down on top of it, for crying out loud. Alright. And I just think this is a very simple, put together look, It's nothing that I had to overthink, but it looks really pretty. And I feel done, I feel pretty and I feel done. I'm going to put the Lancome Death and Seals on the bottom lashes. And I do think that these are a cute little idea, especially if you have to give to multiple people in your life. And I did get a little bit of fallout, by the way, with that blue shade like I thought I did, but it does brush right away. And I got some mascara. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I get transfer? Lord. It's because the mascara is wet for some reason. I don't know why. But it brushes away easily, so it's fine. I do like that Gucci mascara though. It doesn't give me much in the way of volume, but length and separation, I mean, it is so good, I think. Okay, just get back in there. Blend, blend, blend. And am I a makeup artist? No. Do I know what I'm talking about all the time? No. But will I say that these palettes are good? Yeah, they're good. I think they're cute. I think they serve a purpose. It's just, is it the purpose that you need them to serve or not? So, this is the final look using the palette with the Angel. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll swatch these really quickly. Because there's not that many of them, and that way at the end you may decide you want to get it and give a couple away. And I really will say the metallics, they're on the drier side, but they are pretty shades. And they do build up. But what I'm wondering with is because they are on the drier side, if we're going to experience hard pan, if you use your fingers a lot to pick them up. That I don't know. I can't answer that one for you, so I'm not for sure on that. So there's 8 shadows and then a highlighter in this one, which I don't know how I feel about the highlighter, to be honest. I feel like that could be a good thing and a bad thing, because the highlighter obviously can't work for everybody, whereas if you put a dark enough blush, a blush could work for anybody if it's dark enough, because even the lightest skins can tone it down or the darkest skins can build it up. And I sometimes feel like we need to think about that when, you know, the blue and the red in this palette though is not very pigmented. I will say that. And then the highlighter, I'll just put across like the whole hand. But the highlighter works great on my skin tone. So I put the highlighter straight across, and again, I'm wearing that today. And then these are the 4 shadows. So we'll start with this side. That there is the side Snow Angel. That's what I set everything with. Twinkle I have in the inner corner. Jingle and Mingle. Yeah. And then the blue is Winter Blues. And then it's Baby It's Gold Outside. That's a pretty color right there. And then Cozy Up I use as my crease shade. There's that red. And again, I'm wondering if that ain't got hard panned on it, but it's called Candy Cane Lane. And then the dark brown is Unwrapped, and then the highlighter is called Candlelight. So I do really think this is a pretty palette overall. I mean, some of the shades are very light, obviously, but still yet, it's a palette that may be, you know, able to be used. Trying to, there we go. You really can't see that highlighter though, can you? Well, maybe a little bit right there. I took it all the way across. But you can see how the blue, like on my lid, it's a little bit darker. Not really, and it's so dark in the pan, and look at that red. So, I don't know. But then like this shade here is really pretty, that Jingle Mingle. And the Baby It's Gold, and even the Twinkle shade applied nicely. So it's kind of like 2 are kind of like duds almost. But again, for a teenager or under, I think it'd be good. 13 and under. I think 13 and older, the bigger palette may be your better bet, or even the popcorn balls. I don't know about Palp the Cork yet, so maybe even that for 13 and over. But 13 and under, these are kind of adorable and cute. And it's a cute idea. But let me know. We'll move on tomorrow with another one. I think I'm going to do the gingerbread one tomorrow. Just because it's a cooler cooler toned look, I think. But anywho, let me know what you think. I think the look turned out pretty nonetheless. I do think it's a pretty look. And I'll see you in the next one. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday, except for right now because there's so many launches that I'm just going to throw them out as fast as I can for y'all. Of course, I only have one face, so I can only do one look a day. But, you know, I'll go as fast as I can, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.